How to know it's time to replace Volvo S40 ignition switch in Plano. Ignition switch is a complex electrical component that keeps the car on the road. Moreover, it will activate the electrical system so that the car can start. In a Volvo, the ignition switch has a button that is pressed to send a signal to start the ignition process. A bad ignition switch refuses to start the car or is unable to operate the electrical parts. The following points define the signs to replace the ignition switch in Volvo S40. Engine stalling. Due to a bad ignition switch, the car might stall after you start it or after you have been driving. If the ignition key fails at the on position, your car will start and then stall. Flickering dashboard lights. When the ignition switch has failed, the dashboard lights flicker in the car. In general, the dashboard light is flickering especially when the car is in motion. Car doesn't start. When the car has a broken ignition switch, the car starts to fail when you turn the key. When it happens, you have to bring it to a mechanic for diagnosing the causes behind it. No noise from the starter. When you turn the ignition key, you should hear a cranking sound, and the car start. After turning the key, if you don't hear any noises, then it indicates issues like dead battery, malfunctioned ignition switch, blocked electrical pathway, key won't turn on. If you put your key in the keyhole, but it gets stuck, then it has issues with the ignition switch. Moreover, this is a huge problem, so get your car checked out as soon as possible. Conclusion. If you are dealing with any of the issues, you need to consult a qualified mechanic. In this way, you will diagnose the failed ignition switch in Volvo S40 and fix it ASAP.